up everyone? In this drum lesson I'm gonna teach you how to play the main bass drum pattern of Virgil song called Alien Hip Hop, and specifically I'm gonna talk about and focus on the 1999 version that he recorded with his band called On the Verge and taken from the album Serious Young Insects. Click the link down below if you want to take a look at the PDF file. I wrote down some exercises and examples. I'm gonna play all of them here in this video, and let's jump right into it. I divided this lesson in two sections, and in this first part we are going to talk about time signatures and metrical stress patterns. And in other words, first of all, we have to pay attention to how we are going to listen and interpret this groove. Don't skip this part. If you ignore this part of the video, I guarantee you're gonna have a lot of trouble and you're gonna make it at least twice as difficult to actually play this pattern correctly. There's a couple of things that you must know before anything else. And first, it's all in 4/4. And second, the bass drum pattern is consisted of a large 16 note cycle. To explain a little bit better and giving you a different example, and if I played this, you notice that this example right here is a 12 note pattern formed by two smaller groups, one of 7 and the other one a group of 5. At the same time, if I play this, you realize that this is the same pattern but without my left hand. I just removed everything that I played here, the ghost notes, with my left hand. And you notice that both examples are actually the same thing. It's the same 12 note pattern formed by a group of 7 followed by a group of 5. And this may seem like an obvious thing to say, but you don't need 12 hits or 12 strokes to form a 12 note pattern. And like I said before, we have a 16 note pattern that is being played here on the bass drum. It's a large group, and this just means that we need 16 beats to form a full cycle. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this 16 note pattern here in the bass drum, and I'm not gonna play anything else with my hands. And on top of that, I want you to try to find a pulse while I'm playing this next example. It doesn't matter if it's a fast pulse, if it's a slow one. Don't worry about right or wrong answers. Just try to find one while I'm playing it. Now, take a look at this example that I wrote down and see if you can relate to what I've just played. At the same time, we as drummers automatically think of quarter notes and eighth notes when we see something in 4/4. I'm pretty sure some of you are thinking, okay, I'm just gonna play quarter notes, or I can play eighth notes for that matter, and I'm gonna add a snare hit on beats 2 and 4 playing backbeats. That's it. I'm going to play exactly this. And listen how these next examples are completely different when we compare them to the original track. We feel that something's off, something's wrong. And before I continue, I must say that I know that you know that we can easily play and write 16th notes in a 4/4 bar. This is obvious, but keep that in mind, because take a look at this example in 16/8 and compare this drum sheet to the previous examples in 4/4. It's the same pattern. It's the same rhythmic idea, but with two different feelings. Virgil, in fact, originally composed this pattern, this whole idea, in 16/8, just like this example that you're seeing it right now. Let's take a look at this one, and again, compare it to the others in 4/4. one thing to listen and interpret this pattern in 16/8, just like we did, such as, and the other one in 4/4, it's completely different. I told you at the beginning that I divided this lesson in two sections, and to start this second part of the video, we are going to talk about the correct subdivision. So we're going to take a look at this 16-note bass drum pattern in 8th-note triplets. I have a feeling that most of you already know what 8th-note triplets are, especially because you're watching a video of a drum teacher talking about a Virgil groove. But think about all the other drummers out there watching this video. So I'm just gonna talk about and do a quick recap and explain what 8th-note triplets are. On music theory, and when we talk about rhythm, there's a regular binary subdivision that's present in every note that we know. This is a very basic rule when we talk about rhythm. One whole note is equally divided in two half notes. Every half note is equally divided into quarter notes. Every quarter note is equally divided into 8th notes. Every 8th note is equally divided into 16th notes, and so on. When we talk about 8th note triplets, that just means that we're going to divide the quarter note equally in 3 parts. Instead of having exactly 2 8th notes for every quarter note, now we have 3. Pay attention to this next exercise, and I highly advise you to practice this one if you have never played something like this. Next, we're going to incorporate that 16-note pattern while thinking of 8th-note triplets. I wrote down some step-by-step exercises, and I think they will help you a lot. At least they really helped me and some of my students. First, let's practice only with the right foot and pay attention to how I reorganized and combined the 16-note pattern with the 8-note triplet subdivision. You see that we have 4 bars of 4/4, and I highlighted when the 16-note pattern restarts. Coincidence, this is basic math. We have 4 bars of 4/4, and in total we have 48 8th-note triplets. The 16-note pattern is played exactly 3 times. In order to play just one full cycle, you need 4 bars. If you're still having problems with this polymetric feeling, I advise you to practice only with your hands, and I'm gonna do this next example here on my drum set, but you can easily practice this next one on a drum pad. Let's go back to the right foot and let's add some snare drums. Just think about a snare hit on the 3rd beat of every 4/4 bar. That will suggest a halftime feeling while playing all the other things. Do exactly the same with your left foot. And sure, you don't have to do it, but I highly recommend this kind of exercise to develop your left foot and again to reinforce this polymetric feeling that we are working on. For this next part, instead of isolating and playing only with one foot, now we are going to play the bass drum with the double pedal and applying single strokes. Notice that the pattern actually doubled in size. Now we have 8 4/4 bars, because in the first half you're leading with your right foot, and in the second one you're leading with your left foot. And keep in mind that Virgil plays like this all the time, and it's easier said than done. That's the end of this lesson. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe. And just a quick reminder, if you want to support this channel and take a look at the PDF file, just click the link down below. Leave a comment if you have any questions at all, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.